German Army Chief General Alfons Mais has issued a stark warning, declaring that Berlin must be ready for war with Moscow by 2029. This pronouncement signals a dramatic shift in Germany's defense policy, marking a profound departure from its post-Cold War approach of reduced military spending and a focus on expeditionary missions rather than large-scale territorial defense. In response to the escalating threat perceived from Russia, Germany is embarking on its most ambitious military buildup since World War II, a comprehensive effort aimed at transforming its armed force into a formidable deterrent capable of defending national territory and fulfilling its commitment within NATO. This strategic pivot reflects a profound re-evaluation of Europe's security landscape and a recognition that the era of peace dividend is over, replaced by a renewed imperative for robust conventional defense. The core of Germany's ambitious plan involves significantly increasing the size of its armed force. The target is to reach 260,000 active troops, a substantial increase from its current numbers, complemented by a robust reserve force of 200,000 reservists. This expansion is not merely about numbers, it is about rebuilding the capabilities necessary for large-scale conventional warfare. For decades, the Bundeswehr, the German armed force, had been structured for smaller, more specialized deployment abroad, often focusing on peacekeeping and anti-terrorism operations. The new focus necessitates a complete overhaul of training, equipment, logistic, and command structures to prepare for a high-intensity conflict on European soil. The emphasis is on collective defense, a return to the foundational purpose of NATO, where Germany plays a pivotal role in securing the alliance's eastern flank. A critical component of this buildup involved the forward deployment of German troops. Berlin plans to station 5,000 troops in Lithuania, a Baltic state directly bordering Russia and a key frontline NATO member. This deployment represents Germany's first permanent stationing of force abroad since World War II, signifying a profound commitment to the collective defense of the alliance's eastern member. The presence of German troops in Lithuania is intended to serve as a strong deterrent against Russian aggression, signaling NATO's unwavering resolve to defend every inch of its territory. Furthermore, Germany intends to boost surveillance capabilities in Poland, another crucial eastern flank nation. Enhanced surveillance, including aerial reconnaissance, electronic intelligence gathering, and ground-based monitoring, will provide vital early warning capabilities and improve situational awareness, allowing for a more rapid and effective response to any potential threats. The modernization of the Bundeswehr is proceeding rapidly, driven by the imperative to meet NATO pledges by 2035. This modernization effort encompasses every aspect of the military, from acquiring cutting-edge weaponry and equipment to upgrading existing platforms. Investment is being poured into advanced tanks, artillery systems, air defense capabilities, modern fighter jets, naval vessels, and sophisticated cyber warfare tools. The goal is to close existing capability gaps and ensure that German forces are equipped with the most advanced technology available to counter a technologically sophisticated adversary. The timeline of 2035 for meeting NATO pledge suggests a phased approach, but the urgency of General Mais' 2029's warning indicates an accelerated focus on achieving critical operational capabilities within the next few years. This modernization also involves extensive training exercise, both unilaterally and with NATO allies, to ensure interoperability and combat readiness. In the face of the perceived threat posed by Russia, Germany recognized that military hardware alone is insufficient. The country is therefore embarking on an ambitious mission to recruit tens of thousands of new troops to fill the expanded ranks. This recruitment drive is a significant challenge, given Germany's historically voluntary military service and a societal landscape that has largely viewed military service with skepticism since the end of the Cold War. The country is specifically calling on young Germans to fill these vacancies, recognizing that a youthful and motivated force is essential for a modern military. This involved not only attracting new recruits, but also ensuring that they receive comprehensive training that prepare them for the rigors of modern warfare, including urban combat, cyber defense, and advanced technological operations. To address the recruitment challenge, the German cabinet has approved a draft plan for a voluntary military service model. This plan aims to increase troops numbers by 80,000 over the coming years, contributing to the overall target of 260,000 active personnel. The volunteer service model involves sending an online questionnaire to all 18 years old in Germany, inquiring about their willingness to volunteer for military service. This broad outreach is designed to identify a large pool of potential candidates who might not have previously considered a military career. Significantly, men would be required to complete this form while women would not. This distinction reflects ongoing debates within Germany about gender equality in military service and the potential for universal conscription. Following the questionnaire, the Army plans to invite suitable candidates to attend basic training. This invitation would be based on a combination of expressed interests, aptitude, and physical fitness. The basic training program would aim to instill military discipline, foundational combat skills, and an understanding of the Bundeswehr's value and missions. While the current plan is strictly voluntary, the German government has not ruled out the reintroduction of compulsory conscription if the voluntary model fails to generate a sufficient number of recruits. This contingency plan underscores the seriousness with which Berlin views the need to rapidly expand its military capacity and its willingness to consider more robust measures if voluntary recruitment falls short of its ambitious target. The memory of conscription, while abolished in 2011, still resonates in German society, and its potential return would be a significant political and social development. The strategic shift in German defense policy is rooted in the dramatic change in Europe's security environment. Russia's aggressive action in Eastern Europe, particularly its full-scale invasion of Ukraine, have shattered the long-held belief in a lasting peace dividend and exposed the vulnerabilities of European security. Germany, once heavily reliant on its economic power and soft diplomacy, has recognized that a robust military is an essential component of national sovereignty and collective defense. The emphasis on being ready for war with Moscow 2029 reflects a sober assessment of the timeline required to rebuild a credible deterrent force and respond to potential aggression. This involves not only physical military capabilities, but also a fundamental change in mindset. From crisis management to large-scale territorial defense, the historical context of Germany's military posture cannot be overstated. Following World War II, Germany adopted a pacifist foreign policy, with its military largely restricted to defensive purpose and closely integrated into NATO structure. The idea of a powerful, independent German military has historically evoked strong emotions both within Germany and among its neighbors. However, the current geopolitical reality has necessitated a re-evaluation of these historical constraints. The rearmament is framed explicitly within the context of NATO's collective defense, emphasizing Germany's commitment to its allies and its role as a responsible member of the transatlantic alliance. The stationing of troops in Lithuania and enhanced surveillance in Poland are concrete manifestations of this commitment, demonstrating solidarity with frontline states and contributing directly to NATO's overall deterrent posture. The economic implications of these military buildups are substantial. Germany has committed to meeting NATO's target of spending 2% of its gross domestic product, GDP, on defense, a pledge it had struggled to meet for years. This increased defense spending will drive significant investment in the defense industry, creating jobs and stimulating technological innovation. However, it also presents a budgetary challenge, as resources are diverted from other public sectors. The public acceptance of such massive defense spending is critical, and the government is working to build consensus around the necessity of these investments in light of the perceived threat from Russia. The long-term economic impact will depend on the sustainability of this spending and its integration into Germany's broader economic strategy. The political dimensions of this shift are equally complex. Within Germany, there is broad political support for strengthening the Bundeswehr, but debates continue regarding the specific nature and extent of the buildup, as well as the potential reintroduction of conscription. Internationally, Germany's increased military assertiveness is viewed with a mixture of relief and caution. Frontline NATO states, particularly in Eastern Europe, welcome Germany's renewed commitment to collective defense and its willingness to bear a greater share of the security burden. However, some historical anxieties may resurface in other nations, requiring careful diplomatic management to ensure that Germany's rearmament is understood as a contribution to European security within the NATO framework, rather than a unilateral assertion of power. The timeline for achieving full readiness by 2029 is ambitious but critical. It necessitates rapid procurement process, intensive training program, and a streamlined bureaucratic apparatus. The challenge extends beyond merely acquiring new equipment. It involves developing the doctrines, strategies, and logistical capabilities required to effectively operate a larger, more technologically advanced military. This also includes strengthening Germany's cyber defense capabilities, recognizing the increasing importance of warfare in the digital domain. The integration of artificial intelligence and advanced data analytics will be crucial for modernizing intelligence gathering, command and control, and battlefield awareness. In conclusion, German Army Chief General Alfons Mais, warning that Berlin must be ready for war with Moscow by 2029, underscores a profound and necessary transformation in Germany's defense policy. The country is undertaking its biggest military buildup since World War II, targeting a substantial increase in active troops and reservists. Key initiatives include the permanent stationing of 5,000 troops in Lithuania, enhanced surveillance in Poland, and rapid modernization to meet NATO pledge by 2035. To address recruitment challenges, Germany has introduced a voluntary military service plan with a contingency for compulsory conscription if targets are not met. This strategic pivot reflects a sober assessment of heightened Russian threats and a renewed commitment to collective defense within NATO, signaling a new era for Germany's role in European security. That's all for me for today. If you like the video presentation and you would like to follow for more, hit that subscribe and like button now, and we will continue to build the show for you. Thank you to all of you guys who have subscribed. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Bye for now.